Hello. Today what I want to do is share the contents of the December 2020 Apocabox. So what I'm going to do is just go through the items as it's listed in the booklet. First is the bushcraft spoon. Right there. Just a small little spoon. It's nice and handy. Not a whole lot of handle here, but I've eaten with many different things out here in the bush, and that could come in very handy. I think if you read what his intentions were of each item, it makes you understand what his thoughts were when he put these items in the box. I just dropped that spoon. I gotta pick it up. So I'm going to read what he has here about this bushcraft spoon. I've used one of these little handmade wooden spoons for years. It's a perfect little spoon for a backpack meal kit or pocket lunch. I finally convinced the maker to produce enough of these for all Apocabox members, and I'm happy to finally bring one to you in this box. Coat with some tallow or food grade oil. Olive oil works fine. A few times a year and you should have a spoon that lasts you a lifetime of meals in the woods. So this here, if you have different types of rehydrated meals and stuff and they're in a bag, it doesn't have a long handle. But if you have a meal on a plate or on a bowl, this here, great little spoon. This here is next on the list. This is a big piece of jute rope that was covered and coated in wax. So it's a great fire starter. You just cut a chunk off, take and fluff it up, hit it with a ferro rod, and you've got fire. I'm going to do another video using the fire starters in this kit for you all to watch. I can't do it today, but it's going to be another video that I'm going to do because I love starting fire, and something like this here, you can create lots of fire with it. And let's see what he says. We affectionately refer to this monster stick of wax jute around the office as Mama Jute. Even though it's only about 4 inches long, there's enough wax jute here to start dozens of fires. Just slice off a medallion, buff it up, and hit it with a spark from a ferro rod, and you'll have a campfire in no time. This here's next on the list. You can see it's a sickle stick wrapped in wax jute. Now something like this here, I wanted to see his thoughts. This is where reading the booklet can really give you an idea what his thinking was. This product is more of an idea when you get time for a fire kit project. I've used fire sickles ever since my days in scouting. They are made by wrapping wax jute twine around a popsicle stick and are one of the best fire starters you can make. Step 1. Melt some wax in an old pan. Step 2. When melted, dip in about 36 inches of jute twine that you can buy at any hardware store or craft aisle. Step 3. Place the wax saturated jute on some craft paper or cardboard to dry. Step 4. When dry, wrap it tightly around a popsicle stick. Voila! One of the best fire starters you can make. Open the end of the string to expose the wax-coated jute fibers and light it on fire with your ferro rod. It's super flammable, nearly waterproof, and it fits just about in any fire kit. So what I just thought was really cool about that is this is something that he has carried and used since he was a scout many years ago. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, you can carry jute many ways, but just to know there's some history behind this, I thought it was pretty neat. This here is next on the list. Right here. This goes in and out. Now let's read this. This is what you call a multifunctional slow match. This cool bushcraft slow match is a simpler take on the old trench lighters made famous in World War I. We've taken an ample supply of waxed hemp rope and combined it with aluminum handling tube. Simply push about an inch of hemp rope out of the end of the tube, open up the fibers to expose more tinder surface area, and spray with sparks from a ferro rod. It will continue to burn as a fire lighter until you retract the flame back into the tube to extinguish it. The tube can also be pulled off the rope and used as an emergency drinking straw or oxygen blasting fire bellows to blow on a fire. So I've made these and used them with lantern wick. So when they become charred, and I can put it out by pulling it back like this, but then it has a charred end. I can bring it out, hit it with a flint and steel, and light it back up and get my coal. So many uses. I'm not sure if this will do that with a flint and steel, but it'll definitely work with a ferro rod. So this is one of the items that I will be testing out in the fire video that I do create. This here is self-explanatory. It's a 5-liter water tote, and it's made out of plastic and such. You can see it has sealed seams, has a handle, and it does stand up some. You can see here, the bottom opens up. So just a nice handy little water tote for storing water or carrying water around camp and so on. I'm always careful with plastic bottles like this here, because I have seen different ones split a seam and such if you're not careful. This one here looks like it's actually made rather well. So time will tell, but still pretty cool, because I actually have a bucket that collapses that I use in my wilderness training for putting out fire and such. I can pack it up, put it in a backpack. I can tote it in. We have fire, go to the stream, bring it up, and dump it out. So this here could be used for that as well. I can stick it into a pack when I want water to put out a fire and such, or have fire handy, or water handy for the fire to put it out. I've got this here that I can use. So always a nice piece of kit, because water containers can be, very important when you need them. This here I thought was one of the coolest items in this kit for the December 2020. You see here it has snaps here. That's because you can put a belt through it. Has one snap here. So you open up the snap and then this folds down. This is actually a bushcraft pouch. It's on your belt, and you fold that out when you want to collect tinder, if you want to collect wild edibles and such. You have a very decent sized waxed canvas pouch. This here is very cool, in my opinion. I really like this. It just folds up like this, goes up like that. Put this up out of the way, and then just snaps, and you're good to go until the next time you need it. Very, very cool piece of kit, and I really like this and will be using it. Now in this bag is the Honey fire tool. It's rather hefty, but it does a lot for you. There's many uses. You can use this for digging as well. You can turn it around and dig with this end. Put a stick in it and use it as a fire poker. And also you can hook a log and bring it back and such. A lot of fire pokers, you can poke around the fire and such. By having that hook, you can pull back and move logs around and so on. Now this does have a hole in the end here, and they supply some screws in here that you can fasten this to your pole, so if you want to leave this at a campsite and so on. And they also give you this hardened chain as well. It has the ends. Now I can take this end, put it in like that, hang this off a tripod, and now I have a pot hook as well. Now myself, I could see it as a poker. I could see it definitely as a good digging tool, especially for getting tubers out and so on and so forth. This is sharpened here as well, so I could use that as a scraper. Just many, many uses for something like this. Honey fire tool. So I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of this word, but Honishgish, something, I'm sure I'm butchering it, is a Navajo word that means fire poker. That's where he gets honey from. You get it from the Navajo word, which means fire poker, and is the inspiration for the name of this custom and exclusive Apocabox fire tool. Part fire poker, part pod hanger, part entrenching tool, and part log hook, the Honey fire tool is about to become your new favorite tool around camp. I don't know about you, but when I'm at camp, I'm pretty much always playing with the fire. I can relate. This tool attaches to the end of a stick, screw included, and becomes the perfect tool for positioning cooking coals, moving burning logs, and hooking pot bales. It's durable, lightweight, and made to be abused. What other creative ways can you think to use it? Next are these right here. They're called the fire starting paracord zipper pulls. The zipper pulls on your bug out bag or favorite outdoor jacket just got serious life-saving upgrade. You can now replace them with these hand-woven zipper pulls that include a mini fire starting ferro rod. Just scrape the small rod with the edge of your knife or drive high temperature sparks into one of your new jute fire starters. So I will try one of these and see if it does work with the jute. These are really small. So yeah, it could be tricky, but it's definitely better than nothing, and we're going to give it a try. It may be surprising. Before I dig out the next item, I'm going to read this to you. Multifunctional mini eye mirror. You won't find these anywhere else. This is an Apocabox exclusive kit. Eye care is an often overlooked survival first aid department. Being able to safely and effective patch an injured eye is a skill you almost never hear when discussing backcountry emergencies. This little kit is the perfect addition to your IFAC or BOFAC should you ever have an eye injury that needs attention. I'm going to show you this. It's pretty cool, and I wish it was a sunny day. Here's the kit right here. I put all the other items of this kit in the tin. Now, the main reason I am not testing these out here today is because I want to test this mirror. I want to try to start a fire with this, but I need the sun. There's the mirror right there. It's a parabolic lens, but it also comes with cotton ball, a elastic band, and a cut in half Q-tip. So you can work and get a little piece of dirt out of your eye if need be, but you can patch this around your eye as well. Put the cotton batting on there and then put it over your eye. That's going to keep you from wanting to blink and possibly make your eye worse by blinking and scratching it. But it's a parabolic lens, and they added some charred twine or rope that you can make fire with this as well. That is why I wish it was sunny, and the main reason I'm going to be doing another video on fire making with this Apocabox, because I want to try this out and the different tinders and so on. And that is the charred rope right there, and I'm looking forward to that video. Lastly, a block of wood. What that's for is to do the skills challenge of the month. What it says here is Apocabox Survival Skills Challenge. Carving a wooden Santa might not sound like a survival project, but every time you take on a new knife skill challenge, it's definitely honing one of your most important survival skills: knife use and safety, which this is a great project for that. Practicing different cuts, practicing knife safety, and so on. Enclosed in your box is a small block of wood to get you started. Use it with your favorite pocket knife and visit the video link below to learn a very step-by-step method for carving the coolest little wooden Santa you've ever seen. Once you've mastered this skill, use your new knowledge to carve the face into your next hiking stick. So it's a very cool project. It's just something that I won't be doing myself, just because I've got enough little knickknacks laying around. I may actually just do this when I'm sitting around camp and give to a friend or something like that. I don't know. But I won't be putting a video out of the Santa and such, so I just want to let you know. So that is the December 2020 Apocabox. I was really late getting this, and I only got it a couple days ago. The way everything's going on and such, you know, with the post and everything, it's totally understandable. But that's why my video is late. So, hope everyone had happy holidays, and stay safe, take care, and thanks for watching.